And you said somebody threw
Yeah,
acid on this man.
Well, that would have been cooler, right?
Not Neutrogena.
Then he was just born with discoid lupus erythematosaurus.
Well, now you're talking about the way he was born.
Baby.
I'm just saying, it would have been more fun if someone threw acid on him.
You guys ready?
I am.
Yup.
All right. Welcome to the entertainment panel. I am your host, Will. Before you do anything, hit all the fucking buttons, like, subscribe, all that stuff. How you guys doing?
I am quite well today. I'm pretty good actually.
Doing pretty good. I finally recovered from that last dab ranch.
It was that spicy for you,
Dude, it was, for fast food, that was actually pretty spicy. I got the last dab, or I got the, so Popeyes and Hot Ones, they did a collaboration. They did a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch, I guess 3.
Can you pause for 2 seconds?
What's up?
I just love the production on when you explain food. So
do you mean?
Popeyes and Hot Ones, they did a collaboration.
I'm trying to explain to everybody.
It's like when two worlds collide. Popeyes,
It's the
Hot
Bills.
Ones. We are collaborating on some chicken tenders.
That's a good radio voice.
I was about to say that actually is a good trailer.
In a
voice.
world
Yes, it's a good trailer guy
coming
voice.
soon to a hood near you. Popeyes, Negroes, spicy chicken.
Made sure to not get this one from Maryville.
Bro, you got to stop going there.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't get it from there.
Oh, good.
I had my buddy pick it up from Valpo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So it was cold, yes, but it was it was made properly. Actually, they forgot some shit.
What did they forget?
The ranch, the last dab ranch.
Oh, I thought like after.
No. Everything was made properly. They just forgot the ranch, the last dab ranch. But they had 3 new menu items, like a ghost pepper chicken tenders or something. That was decent. They had these fucking, what are those things called?
The chicken dippers.
The chicken dippers. What a fucking scam. They take a chicken tender and they just cut it up into like 6 tiny slivers that are thinner than your finger, which we think are what, 90% batter.
Yeah.
If you were to cut those open, there's maybe like 1 strand of chicken inside of there. And they give you like a whole collection of those things. If you put them all together, it's like 1 tender. That one, I can't remember what flavor that was, but it was just a dry rub on that and the nuggets, which was kind of dumb. Didn't really have much of a taste. And then the chicken sandwich, though, was the Hot Ones Rojo sauce, which is pretty good. It's not super spicy, but at least there's sauce on it. You can actually taste it. But the winner was that last dab ranch.
Mm-hmm.
It comes in a ranch cup. It was, I don't know what pepper, if it was ghost pepper or whatever it was, but it was freaking hot and it was good.
Well, now
And you can get a cup for 25 cents. So you don't have to like order off that particular menu. You can get anything there and then just order that cup of last dab ranch for 25 cents. Or maybe you get one free. You know, I don't know if they consider a free sauce when you have a different menu item, but so good.
Not at all spicy to our hot chicken contest spicy. Where does it rank? Not at all spicy being 0. The chicken contest spicy being 10.
Probably like a 6.
Okay. And for the viewers, the chicken contest spicy was 2.3 million Scorvilles.
I think it was more than that.
I thought it was 2. Is it 2.9?
I don't know. It was a lot.
Yeah.
That was wild.
And that place is shut down.
I think that place ruined me on hot foods.
I was talking to my friend Sarah about it, and I was like, she was like, how did you, because she's a dietitian.
Yeah.
She was like, how did you process that? And I was like, I'm a fucking G. I prepared for it because I love competitive eating, and I prepared for it, and I executed, and I got like, 2/3 down? About a half.
Yeah, we both did. We got the same amount. We've checked the video. People have agreed we got the same amount down.
Oh gosh.
But anyway, go ahead.
Brother.
So we both got 2/3 down. And then what? Watch the video.
And then in the next day,
Play the video or whatever.
The next day, you were on the floor, and I slept comfortably in bed.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever did not handle the aftermath of spicy.
I fucked that night.
I fell asleep. In the fetal position.
I did mobile activity with that in my belly.
I wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah.
I fell asleep.
Oh, you did it too.
Curled up on the ground in the fetal position. In the bathroom.
Yeah, it came out fine.
I was cramping so hard.
Came out fine. It was what I did was prior to it, the day like earlier, I had like maybe a handful of crackers, and then I had milk and crackers right before, like an hour before.
I think I had a banana.
Coated my stomach.
Oh, the potassium, is that supposed to help?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And ever since then, I am all right eating the hot stuff, but like it doesn't go through me very well. Like it fucking I just had spicy food cramps 2 days ago, which again I had never had in my life until that night. And I just had it 2 days ago from eating a spicy when I was down in Nashville this past week. I got something at a place down there and I brought it home with me and I ate it and I fucking had cramps the next day.
She told me that you people aren't really like, because she's one of you people, and she told me that you people don't like you guys because of your history of being in a place that doesn't have spices, flavor, taste. That you guys don't do well with that because you people aren't from places that.
Yeah, we
Well, he's Irish. First of all, they have spices. They have spices.
yeah, we got
So
potatoes.
them people.
We got every version of potatoes you could ever ask for.
Yeah, but I just don't remember potatoes coming out.
There's so many
spicy.
jokes I have in my head that I would totally say if the cameras weren't on right now.
I know.
But it's killing me because
Sometimes I like pick at you to see if you'll do it.
I know I can't say any of the things I'm gonna say.
Stop trying to act.
But again, for the audience, he does not call me any derogatory names when the camera shut off. He's actually a really nice person, and he's done a lot. For
But
me
I
in
would
my
make
life.
jokes about like we honed our skills like captaining
Stealing.
ships and things. You know what I mean? Like
Stealing.
that's like the things that we were working on at that time. But I would never say that on camera.
You guys are like really great at like rape and pillaging.
You think captaining ships?
Yeah, cannonballs. You guys are really good at that.
yeah, like selling. You know,
People.
I mean, you said it, not me.
Yeah. Trade. Not really
I mean,
trade.
the market is the market.
Hey, I'll give you this donut for all this land. Taste it. It's great, right? It's great.
To be caught in the middle. This
What do you think
war.
they sold America
To this
for?
war.
What do you think they sold America for? Like a horse?
Who's they?
You people.
Sold.
What do you think they bought? What do you think they
Do you
bought
think America
for?
was purchased?
No. Oh.
Bought.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you mean?
I'm like,
Who sold it?
Bought.
When the Indians weren't really Indians, but we called them Indians.
Yeah, we sold
We're
them
in
smallpox blankets.
Oh,
That's what we did. I guess we did. I guess the Louisiana Purchase. I think we bought it from France.
I don't know history.
I mean, that's a thing, and I think we bought it from France. It was like a third of the country, I think, was purchased in the Louisiana Purchase.
I mean, those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah. I don't know.
know
I could be
shit
completely
about
wrong. Let us know in the comments if any of that was right that we
That
just
was
said.
true.
Yeah, it's a
Fact
If
check.
any of that's
repeating
true.
itself right now.
Just off the cuff history right now.
Fucking-
No idea. Could be right.
Orange Crayon Head's about to take us back to 1655. Fucking
Listen,
dirty
just-
Cheeto face.
bro. All I ask is like, just let me be able to watch all my favorite movies and TV shows as they come out. Like
They got Netflix in Africa. When they send us back,
But I need to get maybe like a what's it called?
like a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Where you're able to hide the location. The
VPN?
VPN, yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to get a VPN.
Just get Starlink. They'll get you Starlink.
or
out there.
that.
You don't think he's tracking people?
I think if
You know Elon Musk owns that, right?
he's from Africa. They got it there.
Just because they have it there doesn't mean.
Oh, doesn't mean they let them use it.
They'll let us have it.
They're like,
I
no,
can't
no,
wait
not for
until
you.
Halloween when with my Halloween costume.
Oh God, what are you gonna be?
Well, first off, I gotta find a nice white lady to accompany and do it. But
I'm scared.
you remember when?
I'm scared.
Of course, you don't remember. None of us were alive. But when they first brought us over, the outfit that we wore, it was just like the makeshift underwear wrap thing.
Okay, yeah.
No shirt, no pants, sandals, tattered.
I will throw boiled eggs.
And then I'm gonna get the chains, and then there's gonna be like my hands chained, and then I'm gonna get this nice white lady with a big white daisy dress.
Do you have this
To-
nice white lady in mind already?
I have a couple.
Do they know about this?
A couple.
Whichever one you pick, they are in danger of me. They are in danger of me.
Imagine you guys get separated at a party.
Well, like I was gonna
How's
first
she gonna explain that?
my first
Get back here.
the first thing I want to do is go somewhere big like a Costco and not in that outfit, but in my Kunta Kinte fit, where it's just like I'm gonna find like it's easy to find too. You just find like a scarecrow outfit, but you wear that with no underclothes, so it's all tattered and shit. And then just get the chains, and you just wrap the chains around your wrist, and she just come, and it just walks me through the store.
Put your clothes on.
Is this a sexual fantasy for you?
That's what that feels like. That's what
It's a part of it.
See,
Yeah.
no, I feel like that's what this is
It's
more
part
of.
of it.
This feels like you're getting shifty in that chair over there.
Like
No, I mean I'm seriously doing this. I'm not playing. Like I had to. Someone had a tussy about me wanting to do a Diddy party for my birthday. So that's why I sent the invite out, and I said no Diddy party because fucking Brit was like, I'm not gonna come.
as she shouldn't.
You know,
As she shouldn't.
You're glorifying, and I'm like, I'm not. I just want to have a fucking fun at a bad boy party,
Now,
at a bad boy era party.
mind you, he just said not even 10 minutes ago that the orange crayon is about to set us back to the 1600s, and you talking about dressing up as a slave for Halloween. So you're helping.
They say, "Come as you are."
This is not Nirvana. Okay?
I'm a slave to the game, baby.
Oh my god. Shame.
Why don't we get started?
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's get some entertainment.
You guys, Joe, you got a lot to get off your plate first, so
I got a lot of stuff here.
why don't you go ahead and get started because
it's the notes app.
what you got is going to bleed into what he has, and then I'll end us off with Charlie Sheen.
So the number one documentary that has been taking over social media since our last episode has been Unknown Number on Netflix. The high school catfishing one. Wow. For anyone who hasn't seen it yet, pause the podcast or skip ahead
Walk
to
away.
some determined amount of time
Walk
because I don't
away.
want to spoil to you,
You have
what happened.
5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. I'm spoiling it. That fucking mom.
That's crazy.
What the fuck?
Bro.
Your mom?
Bro.
Your mom.
So okay, so I've seen enough. I thought I was being like galaxy brain when I was watching it with D because D and I were trying to figure out who it was, and D's like, "Oh, maybe it's that girl," because that one girl they're like,
Yeah.
the bully girl,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh my god, do you think it was her?"
So pretty, by the
And
way.
I said, D, it's not going to be her. It's not going to be anybody who's on camera.
And I only say that because like they made her to look like she was like Shrek or something.
Oh, they tried to say, yeah.
Yeah, but she was like just a regular pretty. Like she
Yeah.
wasn't that girl.
was
You know, she
very
was a pretty
strange.
girl.
Yeah, but they were clearly like that was a red herring. They were trying to make us seem like it was her,
Right.
and then they were trying to misdirect and stuff. But I told D, I said it's not going to be her because it's not going to be anybody who's on camera. Anybody who did this shit is not going to agree to be a part of this documentary. So as soon as they would show a student, like they would introduce each student as they walk through like an empty hallway, and then like the light would come on. You know what I mean? Like for dramatic effect. And I said, if you see that, it's not going to be that person. You can already put that out of your head. So as the thing's going on, I'm like, I don't know who the fuck it's going to be, but it's nobody we've seen yet. And then all of a sudden it reveals that it was the mom, which totally threw me off because obviously the mom was in the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I was shooketh. I couldn't believe that fucking mom did that. But then she also agreed to be a part of this
be a part of the
documentary.
goddamn
Can I ask you a question? Did you stop and restart it and watch it knowing that the mom was the one?
There was one point where I did go because after she revealed that's the mom, I said, wait, in the beginning, wasn't she saying like how it was consuming their life trying to figure out who did it? And I'm like, and then I went back and I rewatched her, and yeah, she did. She was like totally went along with the whole mystery of it.
The craziest part
She was,
wasn't
like,
the fact that the
involved.
mom did it.
Bro.
The craziest part was how the mom did it. So for 6 months, the mom didn't have a job and said she was
Unemployed.
going to work. Where was she? Did she ever explain where she was going all day?
No, and remember her sister said as far as she knows, she was never even employed at that university.
Right. She
Because her
was supposed to have-
sister's like, I
have
don't even
two
think she ever
jobs.
even worked there. Yeah,
Bro.
and then she had the other job, and then and then she revealed to her husband.
If you're a husband, how do you not know money's not coming in? And you guys are getting kicked out of shit.
See, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, where is she getting this money from to facilitate this lie? You can't be. How are you faking income for 6 months? To
And
him?
they have to move and shit like that.
Unless he covered all the bills and her money was just her fun money.
That's how it is in those families with you people.
Bro, listen. So the only reason why I'm gonna say this, I figured it out, but not in an investigative deep dive sort of way. The only reason I figured out within the first couple of minutes is
Within the first couple of minutes?
Within the first couple of minutes, because it was an educated guess. That's all it was, an educated guess. Because two things. One, they kept stressing in the beginning, like, oh, even when there's drama with the kids, the adults are always like, they always know everything. They're always into it. I was like, okay. So I feel like it was an adult. And then with the way that Netflix kept advertising it, it was like, oh, this, like, the reveal is gonna like blow, like the reveal is gonna blow your mind. I was like, it's probably one of their parents. And then when they showed the mom, I was like, it's her. I was like, it's the mom. It's the mom. But again, it wasn't because of actual.
But there
like,
were several moms involved. How did you know it was going to be her mom?
Because of it would be even more fucked up for it to be her own mother that did it.
What did you guys think?
But
of the
again, it wasn't
Nickelodeon
investigative
voice?
journalism.
What do you guys think of the Nickelodeon voice they used whenever they were reading the text?
Oh, wait, why you specifically call it the Nickelodeon voice?
Because it's like, I just licked the mic.
Easy.
Listen,
He doesn't want you anymore.
bro,
You should suck his dick.
Didn't they say it was like,
and bro, and that was the other thing. I'm like,
Dude.
she's like,
Did she ever admit to starting it?
She
No.
didn't, but I believe. I believe she did. Do you think she?
oh,
started
yeah,
it?
yeah,
I believe
100%.
she started
But
it.
remember, she was like, I didn't send those first two. That was crazy. I can't believe who would do that. But then you sent the other 97,998.
The ones of you
like-
telling your daughter to
Kill
off
herself.
And she said she said something about he loves my pussy and something like she was
Bro.
talking about pussy. She was saying sucking cock. She was like, you don't suck his dick good enough. Like
Do you think
crazy shit to say to your 14-year-old
do you think
daughter.
something actually happened between her and the
No, but I thought that I totally believe that angle because I
Yeah.
remember hearing not only in the documentary do they kind of touch on a little bit where that one parent was like, I think she was in love with my son, but then there was actually an article that was written previous to this whole thing even coming out that person said that the mom was trying to go on. So the son was really into baseball. I think it was either baseball or football. And he was going down to Florida for some tournament. And she wanted to fly down to Florida to watch his games without her daughter or anything. Just her, just the mom to go down and watch her son's games. And like, I don't know if she wanted to stay with him at the hotel or something. But the parents of the boy were like, no, this is not okay. Like, you cannot come. Like, you're not invited.
How did they not know it was her then?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they suspected it, but they just couldn't prove it in any way. And also in the documentary, I think that they didn't want to say, oh, we think it's her. We think it's her. I think they wanted it to be a total shock. So even if they said it on camera, I don't think they would have edited it in.
And I think it was a sort of thing where, again, it's such a fucked up situation that you don't want to think like, oh, she would be doing this to her own daughter, because you wouldn't think somebody would do something like that. Like we were saying, tell your daughter to kill herself, saying like, yo,
Yeah.
you don't fuck your boyfriend like the way you should about this, that, the other. Like, and she tried to say, she's like, oh, well, I know my daughter, so I know she wouldn't have actually tried to kill herself. That's what every parent says when their child has killed themselves. They're like, I didn't see the signs. I thought that they were fine, this, that, the other. You never know until it happens.
What's fascinating to me is the fact that the kids are so young. Like, they still go to school with each other. Yes, they see each other every day still. They did this whole Netflix doc, and the town is so small.
Yeah.
It's not even like a town close to like where it's like Lowell.
Yeah.
It's just like a really small town of thousands of people, not hundreds of thousands, just a couple thousand people. And they see each other all the time, and they just have this Netflix doc, and so now they have to keep seeing each other. It's just weird.
So are either one of you familiar with Munchausen's by proxy?
Yeah.
So
What is it?
Munchausen syndrome.
Munchausen's by proxy is when you
Oh, yeah.
when you intentionally get your child sick to take care of them,
Because
basically.
that was the old girl, right? The other.
The Amber, was it? Or
No, the
Gypsy
one who,
Rose?
like, yeah, Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy
yeah.
Rose. That was a Munchausen by proxy case. So what I've seen people saying is that they think that this is a digital version of that, where she wasn't physically making her daughter sick, but she was bullying and harassing her daughter to end up needing comfort in her mom. So she was like harassing the shit out of her, bullying her. So then she would come crying to her mom. Her mom would be like, oh, I can make it better. And she wanted to
Right.
feel like needed and wanted to feel like her daughter needed her, and that she was providing like a service for her daughter. So not making her sick, but making her, need the comfort of her mom, basically.
Bro, if I were the dad, I mean, obviously the police were there. I would have had to tell every last one of those officers, you need to stand between me. I was like, because
he is Mother Teresa. He stayed so calm, which he probably did because the officers were there. I'm imagining he would have thrown shit or tried to hit her or some shit.
They were still standing outside.
Safe at one point.
He was like,
bro,
I've called your mom. I've called your parents. You're going to stay with them tonight.
He was standing outside the house when they were like, so it was your wife. He was like,
okay. All right. Let's handle this.
I was like, cut the cameras.
Like he knew.
Turn your body cam off.
Like he knew some, he knew she was capable.
And then the daughter was just like stone faced. Like the daughter didn't even react.
No reaction.
Like I understand her possibly being like
the trauma.
paralyzed in fear or whatever, and like it's so. But she didn't even react initially when they called her into the room when she was like outside, and then the police and her mom call her in, sit her down, and she's like, "Hey, so it's actually me doing all this stuff." She didn't gasp. She wasn't like cover up her mouth. She didn't like react. She just like sat there silently. And then she's like, okay.
Have you guys ever been in shock before?
I have.
I don't know.
So so just a little, like a quick story that you guys already know. So driving to a city a little bit north of Detroit. It's like north of Detroit and Lansing, but kind of in between. From Chicagoland area for the listeners. So taking 94. Just had a bunch of work done to my car, and my head gasket blows on the way. And at that moment, that's my only means of transportation. That's my whole ass car, and it's a 2013, and we're in 2025, so it's 12 years old. But it's not like it's a 2013. Like I sold those brand new. Like
right.
So it's not like a terribly old car. But in that moment, it was kind of like, okay, this is what we do. Like it's kind of like there's no escaping it. I'm in the moment of in it. I'm in it. Like I'm in it now. Like I have to handle this right now, and I can't panic because I'm on the side of the fucking freeway, and I just have to figure this out. And so I was incredibly calm, and it was more like just overall, like my body just reacted in that manner. It wasn't my demeanor or anything like that. It wasn't anything special about me. I was just okay. It's just autopilot. Sometimes when you're going through something that's that traumatic and that your brain can't really wrap itself around it, that it's reality, that it's your worst. It's the worst possible scenario in the scenario that you're currently in. It's just autopilot. So I think he just went to autopilot and just like, okay, I need to protect my family. I need to get this person out of here. This is my wife. I love her, but she is causing so much stress and pain and the lies. I need to separate this person from everything right now.
Yeah.
And it just clicks. So I think he was probably just in shock.
Because I said, you need to go.
Yeah,
you need to go.
Yeah, called your parents.
You need to get out.
The daughter was just so, she was, even afterwards, she was so like
melancholy.
Just so sympathetic towards her mom. She was just like, oh, like I still love her and I still want to be around her. And, it's just like, she's a fucking monster. Like, I understand it's your mom, but
I think it's something that like when she gets older and like she's actually able to like process it. I mean, like maybe not even early 20s, maybe even like, because sometimes stuff like that doesn't hit till like
she's got to have a therapist help her with all that shit.
I think she said that she talked to her mom about her mom telling her to kill herself.
And like I tried to say like if I were to put myself in that same situation, I would, again, this is just me. Obviously, I'm complete of her. I would be extremely pissed off. But then there would still be that internal thing. I'm like, bro, this is my mom. This is my mom. And especially because since she, like we were saying, using like this sort of like digital form of like Munchausen by proxy and all that, because of her doing all that manipulating, oh, you can come to me, it's like showing all that love. I guarantee that's probably like still in her. Or she's like, oh, well, my mom will make it better. No, she won't make it better. She'll make it worse. So it's going to take a lot of healing.
Therapy.
A lot of therapy, a lot of healing. I mean, I feel bad that she had to be around, her school at that time because people are talking about it like behind her back, like, oh my gosh, her mom's like a psychopath. Oh, I wonder what's happening in their house. So that's also got to be fucked up, which I don't think they touched on that. Like, hey, how's it been at school for you? I don't think they asked her about that? Because the whole end was pretty much them talking to the mom afterwards.
They got to be. Are they still in high school?
Yes, they still see each other every day. Yes.
So this happened when they were in like middle school,
Yeah.
right? Because they were
I
like
think
14.
I think they were in the same school. They were like freshmen in high school or something.
Yeah, because this happened throughout, which is also weird. This also happened throughout Kofifi.
I think they're seniors now.
Yeah,
Okay.
they should be getting ready to go to college. Yeah, yeah.
Jeez. So yeah. Anyway, if you haven't watched the documentary, we basically spoil it all for you. But if you have, leave some comments below of what you guys think, because that shit was wild.
What else you got?
So the next thing I got is the Dallas Cowboys documentary on Netflix, which I have finished. Did you finish it? I know you were watching it. Okay, so we both finished it. It is very good. It's mostly about the 90s Cowboys. They, at the end of it, episode 10, they do touch into a little bit of like present day stuff, you know, but even the present day stuff is still relating back to the 90s teams. But it was so good. It's 8 episodes long. It's on Netflix. I really liked how they had the first person perspective from like every single player involved. Like all the stars on the team, they talked about, or they interviewed players from other teams. You know, they had
Jerry Rice,
Steve Young,
Joe Montana.
They had I think Bill Romanowski was on there maybe
I'm not sure.
on defense for the 49ers. It was so good. So many first person perspectives, and all the coaches that
they had
went
the
through.
Bills quarterback who went to those 5.
Oh, Jim Kelly.
Yeah, Jim Kelly.
They had him on there. I, as a Cowboys fan, I was born in 1990, so I'd be lying if I said I remember the 92, 93, 95 teams, whatever. I remember all the players because I saw the end of their careers when I was a kid, but I didn't remember like the stuff with Jimmy Johnson. I didn't know
I don't remember that. No.
I didn't know that he left and then a new coach came in for the final Super Bowl win. Like I assumed Jimmy Johnson got all 3. The stuff with Michael Irvin with the courtroom, if you haven't seen it yet, I won't spoil what happens. That is wild. Like I was telling Dee, and Dee was kind of in and out of the room when I was watching it. So she would watch little bits and pieces, but she didn't really care. But when that shit came on, I called her and I said, watch this shit right now. And she was like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, dude, it was nuts. So
it just shows you that with enough money, you know.
Well, not only the stuff that they got away with, but I'm saying like, well, I don't want to spoil it, but you know the legal stuff that happened in the courtroom when all of a sudden the FBI burst through the doors. Oh yeah. Like that story was that, and all of a sudden it just takes a whole nother turn. Like that was wild. But also the NFL does such a good job with filming and documenting like everything. There was so much footage that they had from the 80s, from the 90s, obviously the 2000s and beyond. They videotape everything. So they had like all this footage from practices in the early 90s, and they had all this locker room footage and all this, like it's so good having all that access. I feel like football probably does it the best in terms of documenting every moment of every team, and then doing these like all those NFL films that they release.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff. All these players are always mic'd up.
Yeah.
Like it seems like every time they go to sidelines, you hear all the conversations, and it's like obviously that shit you don't see on TV. You don't see it until it appears on a documentary a couple seasons later or whatever. But yeah, it was very good. Highly recommend watching.
Can I ask you a question that I asked on the sports panel?
Yeah.
Do you think the Cowboys will get another Super Bowl win with Jerry Jones as general manager?
With him as general manager. No.
I said no too, and the argument was that he's actually a pretty decent GM, and I was like, no,
I don't think so.
because his background is football, because he played football.
Which I also didn't know.
Didn't know that either.
I just thought he was just some rich oilman.
Right, and so his background is football, but his background isn't coaching football. And what made Jimmy Johnson so special is the fact that Jimmy Johnson really coached the team. He really did everything. He gave them full control over the team, personnel, different things like that. And the minute that decisions became about who made the decision, then, like the Herschel Walker trade, things like that, then that's when it became a thing, and that's when he became the overlord of the team. I personally, now, I mean, present day, if you look at like what happened with Micah Parsons, it all makes sense now. Like, because the Micah Parsons trade, the debacle was the fact that he talked to Micah Parsons without his agent there. But that's something that Jerry does all the time. And if you don't know Jerry, you didn't know that. But I like watching it, I'm like, oh, it makes sense why they had a disagreement now, because Jerry just makes those deals with his players all the time. You know, just handshake deals. He's an old school guy. But I don't think that they win another Super Bowl, because I think that his love for certain players supersedes his ability to make hard decisions on players. And his eye for talent isn't really what it should be. And I don't think that it was him making all those decisions in the draft rooms and things like that solely alone. It was someone else, but he won't give someone else that control anymore. But just because he's a decent GM, they said, oh, well, he's like if you look at the teams that have went to the Super Bowl in the past 30 years, just in 30 years, like exactly, Dallas has went to 1-1-1, but that's pretty much it. And there's only 14 other teams really that have been there multiple times. I mean, the Patriots and the Chiefs have been there the most, but outside of that, everyone else has only been there twice, or won once, been there, or won twice. It's not really like they've gotten blown out. But they haven't been back in 30 years.
Yeah, they haven't even made it. Which for America's team, for the most valuable sports franchise, are they the most valuable sports franchise?
They're worth more than the Yankees, I believe.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And they haven't been to Super Bowl in 30 years, which is crazy.
No,
and I think, see, Cam, I apologize for all the sports talk.
No, I'm absorbing it. I'm learning.
But both of my two favorite teams, well, I like the Blackhawks maybe more than the Cowboys. But anyway, the Cowboys and the White Sox are both run by Jerrys who are way too loyal to specific players, who are way too fucking old to be running teams, and who just need to either sell their teams or relinquish some control. Now, Jerry Reinsdorf at least doesn't make decisions. He's never been the GM of the White Sox, but he also doesn't approve money being spent. In football, everyone's spending the same amount of money, so that part of it doesn't matter. But in baseball, that matters, approving money or not. And Jerry Reinsdorf doesn't do it, and he only hands out contracts to players he loves. And it's just,
and there's no foresight with Jerry Jones either, because of he is the leader of the owners now. You know, and whenever there's a debacle in those rooms, it's basically Jerry versus whatever Jerry says goes, because Jerry set the precedent that, you know, we can buck the system and we can win, and he's beaten the NFL multiple times and made points. So it's really tough. It's really, I really feel for you guys. I mean, I'm a Rams fan, so Rams. My Lions have never won anything, but my Rams just won in 2020. My Yankees won. I don't know. Last time they won was 2009, so that's kind of far. My Lakers just won in 2020, and my Red Wings will always be better than the Blackhawks. But it's just it sucks.
When was
the
last time the Red Wings won?
Oh, I didn't worry about that. But anyway, we got your boy though. Yeah. Suck it. But anyway, it's just sad. It's just sad to me. But we don't have to stay there. But I said it, and I mean, I know that sometimes on the sports show we just say things to disagree to make a better show. But I truly don't believe that the Cowboys will win another Super Bowl until that guy dies.
I think I could see them winning with him as the owner, but not as a GM. I think at some point he will relinquish GM to his son.
I don't think he will.
I think he would give it to his son at some point. And
I think ride it to the grave.
And I think Stephen Jones could.
He said it.
Oh, he said he's gonna ride it to the grave.
But he said that as terms of owning the Cowboys. I don't think he said it in terms of being the GM necessarily.
No, I think he said in being GM, he's gonna ride that out until he dies.
I don't know, but I'm hoping that at some point he will step down in terms of ownership. I mean, in terms of GM.
The vibe he gave me was the same vibe I got from my dad when I asked my dad how come he doesn't put senior on his driver's license, because we have the same name. Mm-hmm. And he goes, because I'm Steve. And I'm like, the fuck am I then? But that's how Jerry sees I'm the Dallas Cowboys.
That makes sense.
I'm the Dallas Cowboys.
That makes sense.
I can't give you.
You don't think he would give it to his son, Steven?
I think his son can inherit it when he dies.
Well, yeah, he will for sure. But
I think that Jerry has to get to a point where he's either too sick to control them, or he understands that he's not mentally competent.
That's what I think. It'll be the latter. I think at some point he'll be like, I can't do this.
He won't admit it, but it'll be very glaring. He won't admit it, but
Is his
gonna have
wife
to
still
Joe
alive?
Biden himself. Probably, I think. So.
Because if she's still alive, I could see her.
Yeah, she is. I think she is.
I know she was in the documentary a lot, but if you noticed, every time she spoke in the documentary, it was filmed in a different location, and it looked like it was older footage. I think that was NFL Films footage from past years that they just saw that it was still relevant, and they put it in this documentary.
Oh, added into the documentary.
Because they interviewed different coaches. Like they showed interviews of coaches now and then coaches like from interviews clearly that were older, like 10
She's
years
alive.
ago. No, I know she's still alive, but I'm saying
Like, are they still together?
Yeah.
no. I know they're still together. I'm just saying, really, the point I'm making had nothing to do with the point I was making before that, where I think she might talk him into possibly relinquishing control. That was a separate point from my point that I was mentioning in the documentary. I don't think any of that footage was from now. I think that was all older footage of her.
Mm-hmm.
It says nothing to her being alive or not. I'm just saying I don't think she participated in those recent interviews.
On the recent for the documentary.
What
else
I
you
think
got?
that was just older footage.
I need to latch onto a football team.
Cowboys, baby.
Well, I'm hearing they haven't been to the Super Bowl in 30 years. I don't know if I want to do that.
That's
I don't know
true.
if I want to do that.
But the Bears haven't been there in 50, so or 40.
Don't want to do
So.
that either. Damn.
Sorry, 40. So yeah, Gen V season 2 that just dropped 2 days ago, I believe.
Yeah,
I have not started it yet. You started it.
I did start it.
It takes place between the boys seasons.
Season 4 and then the
4 and
upcoming
5?
5. Yeah.
Okay, and they've been intertwining these shows. So first 3 seasons of the boys came out, and then Gen V season 1,
Mm-hmm.
then season 4 of the boys.
Yeah.
Then now Gen V season 2, and then season 5 of the boys.
which is going to be the final season of the boys.
I would say you don't really have to watch Gen V, but there are definitely characters that cross over that would certainly help if you
It's gonna
knew
make
the
a lot more
context.
sense. You haven't seen
I
it?
feel like I have.
Yeah.
I feel like now you have to watch Gen V
Yeah.
Because of
I think
Bec-
right now it carries the story.
because it's without spoiling
I'm saying
it.
you're saying this because of what you've seen of Gen V so far.
It's like how because how season 1 of Gen V there were like little cameos of one big cameo at the end of season 1. I'm talking about season 1 where if you haven't seen season 1 of Gen V, I guess spoiler, but
I actually don't even remember what happens.
where Homelander shows up at the very end
Okay.
of season 1 and he like blasts Marie and then they get like arrested or whatever. And that was like their big cameo. Whereas opposed here in season 2, not only are the cameos more than cameos for certain characters, but the actual story is like connected to the boys now, where it's like what's going to happen, what happened in the boys season 4 is directly affecting things happening in Gen V season 2. And I 1,000% believe what's going to happen in season 2 of Gen V is going to affect the final season of the boys.
So now they're kind of making it where you kind of have to watch them both.
Yeah, because now I don't know if there's gonna be, because I always feel like The Boys is like the main show,
Right.
but now there's 2 other spinoffs coming,
What?
and then there's Gen V. I'm like, is there gonna be a season 3 of Gen V after The Boys season 5? And then
Don't turn this into a whole Marvel universe where
It's-
you got to watch
it's-
fucking 7
it's-
different
bro,
movies
it's
before you watch this other one.
well, because the thing is with the spinoff that's coming after all this is gonna be a prequel with what's his name, Soldier Boy, which is Jensen
Oh,
Ackles. And the Nazi chick, Stormfront.
Stormfront. Yeah.
And then like all these other like superheroes that were like back during like that time, it's going to be about them. So I don't know if if Gen V is going to carry the present day stories, but so far season 2 is really good.
3 episodes out so far.
3 episodes out. It's just as disgusting. I don't know why I act shocked.
I love this splat.
Bro, I don't know why I act shocked anytime something like just like
Someone goes inside of a dick.
bro, I'm just like how do you come up with this? I mean, Seth Rogen, he's not writing it, but he's like a producer on it. So I'm sure they're like, hey Seth, what do you think of this? He's like, oh yeah, 100%, let's do it. But it's really good. I'm nervous for some characters.
Don't you spoil anything for me.
I'm not obviously they address, I'm not gonna say how it plays out, but they address, because one of the actors who was in season 1, Chance Perdomo, one of the main guys, he died on the way to film season 2 in a motorcycle accident. It was the black guy. The one who could like control metal, like the younger black kid who could like control metal and all that. His dad could control metal.
Oh, Gen V. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking The Boys. I was
The
like,
Boys. Oh no.
A Train. Okay.
No, the actor died on the way to film season 2, and so they
Yes.
had to rewrite some storylines, but they address it in the show, and I think it's done in a clever way. But yeah, it's fun. Now it's gonna be weekly though, which patience, I guess.
That's good for me. I'll probably start it tonight then.
It's clutch.
So then I also have here Upload season 4, which is the final season. So after season 3, I can't remember if the show I feel like I can't remember exactly, but I feel like they canceled the show. There's supposed to be a 4th season and they cancel it. And I think the fans all got upset about it. So then they said, okay, we'll just give you like a quick 4 episode to wrap it all up. So season 4 of Upload, which is on Amazon Prime, is just 4 episodes long. I've seen most of episode 1. I can't remember if I finished or not. But I like Upload overall. I think it's a funny show. It's a comedy, but it kind of just, I feel like 4 seasons, even 3 seasons, probably would have been fine for the show. Like the concept is just, it's not really going anywhere anymore. So I think it's ready to end. So I'm fine with it only being 4 episodes for this last season. It's kind of even though it's a show about a digital afterlife, I feel like they've been very boxed in, like in what they've been doing. Like I feel like it's almost like played out a little bit at this point. I'm like, all right, it's fine.
Yeah, because the first season it was like very, this is cool, like what they're doing here, and then now, like you said, it's kind of the point where it's like, I feel like you aren't thinking of any like new ideas for it.
It kind of reminds me almost like totally different show, but almost like Westworld, where it was like the first season of Westworld. I'm like, oh, this is totally new, totally wild concept. I love this. And then season 2, they start to open up the world a little bit. And then by season like 3 and 4, then it just starts to kind of go off onto this weird, like they didn't know where to take it. And it's kind of like, all right, I think it's kind of over with at this point. Kind of reminds me of that, where like I was so intrigued by season 1. And then as season 2 went on, I was like, yeah, it's still pretty good. And then season 3, I was like, okay, now it's just getting a little out there, like kind of goofy.
Westworld still breaks my heart. Like they were gonna do one more season, bro. One more season, and then not only did they cancel it, you can't even watch it on HBO Max anymore. They took it off.
That's right. They got rid of it because it was too expensive.
Dildos took it off. Because the other day I was like, I want to rewatch the first season of Westworld, maybe. And I said, I can't.
So you literally can't watch Westworld anywhere unless you buy the physical discs.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yep.
In this day and age,
or
you gotta go to the fucking library and borrow the DVD.
Let me double check. I think it was another thing where all the seasons weren't on disc.
Oh, because they just never bothered?
Because they would have had to. Because one of the big controversies.
God.
Okay, no, I see. It's seasons 1 through 4. Okay, so that's incorrect. Because I know the
they
reason
probably
why
made it after the fact.
Because the reason they took it off of HBO Max was because they didn't want to pay
right
the actors for it, and so I wouldn't have been surprised if they weren't available on DVD. Like that's greed.
I don't think you get royalties for DVDs though.
Oh, you probably don't.
Because
or maybe not as much.
Streaming, I could see where it's like every year you have to re-up and they get royalties
like
every year. But once a
Mm-hmm.
disc is made, I think that's it. Like you just, unless they get paid for every disc that gets, I don't know.
That's heartbreaking, bro.
But that's different because that's direct revenue from a disc versus a perceived revenue from a streaming service and a subscription. It's hard to attribute, this person signed up because of this show, therefore you get
the revenue for it. Fucking HBO.
So that's it. All I got for TV shows. For movies, Dee and I went and watched Weapons a couple weeks ago. And honestly, it was a Tuesday and we hadn't been in the movies in like a month or so. And I was just like, we got to go see something. And we went and saw Weapons because Dee really wanted to see it. And I was like, fine, whatever. Like, I'm not into horror movies. I didn't really want to see it, but there was nothing else out. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, I talked to you about it beforehand.
Yeah, because you asked me like, is this some like weird like demons or something like that?
Yeah, because I don't like I don't like horror movies mostly because, in my opinion, and I've seen way less than you guys, but in my opinion, I don't like when they survive off of just jump scares. Like, I think that's just cheap. And I want a horror movie that doesn't rely on jump scares. It doesn't rely on just grotesque, gore or whatever else to like make. I want psychological.
I agree.
I want a horror movie that is psychological, not that is just like look at the
Loud
look at the
noises.
special effects and look at the jumpy noises and
Yeah.
like let's cut the music real low and then be like hit you with a violin to freak you out. Like that's just cheap to me. So anyway, I did see the other movie that this guy made, and that was Berserk.
Barbarian.
I
Yeah.
always think Berserk. Barbarian. And that was fucking goofy and weird, but it was interesting. I didn't, even though it was horror, I was like, okay, that was at least, it got goofy and I rolled my eyes at some of the fucking creatures in that movie, but for the most part, it was interesting and kept me on my toes. I would say the same thing with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely had some weird fucking elements, especially towards the end, but it was interesting. I was really curious to see where it was going, and I liked it overall, but good God, did it have some fucking weird shit happening. And there were some times where I was like, okay, I get it. And I just like put my hand up to cover my eyes from the screen. I'm like, okay. And like D doesn't like to look at that shit. So she was just looking at me and I'm looking at her and I got my hand up and I'm like, all right. It was bizarre.
I want to watch a horror movie with you.
But it was good. I do recommend it, especially if you like horror. I imagine people who like horror love the movie. And I think it did get like extremely good reviews.
Yeah, they're it's another movie from Warner Brothers. I'll give, as even though I was just shitting on HBO Max, they're having a really, really good year in comparison to other studios. Like obviously they did Sinners, they did this. I'll talk about one battle after another later on, and then obviously that is also reviewing well. But with Weapons, I was very, very excited for it, but as it got closer, I started to get nervous. I was like, what if I'm getting overhyped for it? Then the reviews came out, and the reviews were really, really good. I said, okay, I'm excited again, but I've still been let down by movies that had really good reviews, and I felt like I was left out, like, oh, people are enjoying this, and now I don't like it. So I went to see it. I didn't guess what was going on. I in terms of what the ultimate reveal or secrets were in the movie, I felt slightly satisfied with what was ultimately going on. I don't know what I would have wanted it to be though. That's the thing. Like I can't think of anything better. So how critical can I be of it? But overall, I mean, I loved it. I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. The director Zach Krieger is gonna do now because he comes from a comedy background, which a lot of times these like horror movie guys do because they have like really dark minds, I guess. But so far he's just confirmed to be doing a Resident Evil movie, which, I mean, if you've got this much capital, sure, I guess start working your way into like pre-established like IP and all that, like, get your money how you can. But I was hoping that he would do another original thing since Resident Evil movies don't really do very well.
Well, are Barbarian and Weapons, are those his only two movies?
Those are his only two horror. Well, his quote unquote successful movies. He's done movies before. Like he did this comedy movie about like Playboy, like this Playboy magazine thing, like in the early 2000s or mid 2000s called Miss March, that was terrible by critic standards and by people with taste. I thought it was an amazing movie. Like I think I was telling you it has like a 2% or something on Rotten Tomatoes.
It has a 5% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Bro,
Miss March.
Out of curiosity because
wait, is that him on the? Is that him?
Yeah,
on the, oh,
to the left.
that's Zach.
Not the guy with the long hair. That's his best friend helped him write that movie.
Okay, because I recognize the guy on the right with the longer hair.
The guy on the left is Zach Krieger. He plays like the straight guy in the movie. He's the one who's the whole. So really quick summary. Miss March. He's in high school. He's about to hook up with his girlfriend for the first time. His idiotic friend accidentally knocks him down the stairs. He goes into a coma, wakes up, I think like 6 or 7 years later from a coma. And he finds out that the girl that he was in love with in high school that he was about to hook up with is like a Playboy bunny. And she's like one of the most popular like Playboy centerfold girls. And so it's like a road trip movie of him, very reminiscent of the movie like Road Trip and Euro Trip, movies like that. And it's them trying to go across the country to the Playboy mansion so he can win her back. And along the trip, he's discovering all these things about her, about how like nasty she is, like the freaky shit that she's done, like as he's been in a coma, debating whether or not he still loves her and that whole thing. It's that 5%, do I think it's warranted? Yes. Me personally, I'd give it a 82% in the Cameron household. Okay, because I laughed multiple times during that movie.
Is that the one where he woke up and he shit all over the
Yeah,
place?
yeah.
Yes. That's all I wanted to say.
Because he's like on the floor, and then he's like, "Be careful, you have atrophy. Your muscles are gonna." And just like shits it. A bad movie. It is so bad, but it's hilarious. Like I can't make it not good. I'm sorry, it's great. I'm sorry, but yes, he made Weapons and Barbarian, and he's a talented director.
So Weapons, for some reason, I think I had misheard that there was like some sort of ulterior story going on at the same time as Weapons. Like I heard that when you, and I think maybe he was talking about a different movie, but he said there's two movies going on at the same time during Weapons. There was what we're seeing, and then there was an underlying story that you'd have to kind of pick up on as you go. And so the whole time I was just trying to figure out all these double meanings, and the movie kind of was, at the end of it, it kind of just was surface value, like what you see really was, and the whole thing with I don't want to spoil too much, but like the witch and stuff like that. I was waiting for there to be some sort of twist or some sort of like story, or it was going to be an allegory for something. And it was just basically that, like it was kind of on the surface.
Yeah.
Now, in watching some videos afterwards, I did read a lot about all the symbolism in the movie in terms of like the numbers and the assault rifle that was above the house when one of the characters was like having a dream. He saw assault rifle, and there was the number 17, which was how many kids went missing. And then there was 2:17 in the morning is when they, like, all these things referred back to things in Zach Krieger's real life. A lot of it relating to Trevor Moore, his best friend who died. But I don't think there was any sort of other storyline going on.
Yeah, not that I can think of.
So it's not really the movie's fault that I was quote unquote disappointed by that. But by the end of it, I was just like, oh,
you're like, what the hell are these people talking about?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I think this was just a movie about a witch.
Yeah.
But I think I had some bad information going in, or I misheard what movie that this person was referring to when they said that. But no, it was good. The only other movie that I have written down here is a movie that came out about 30 years ago. The Usual Suspects. Dee and I watched that last night, and I knew that it was considered like a great classic movie. And kind of for that reason, I never wanted to watch it, because I don't really like watching movies like prior to the year 2000, because I feel a lot of them are just so cheesy and so cheap. So I haven't really gone back and watched all these movies that came out like before I was old enough to watch them. We watched it last night. I don't know how I avoided this twist, but I was completely shocked by the twist. And in all the reviews I read or watched afterwards, because after these movies that are kind of psychological with twists, I like to watch YouTubers like kind of break it down and show you all the things you may have missed. And the first video I watched, the guy was like, if you manage to somehow avoid hearing about this twist and you are watching this in the year 2025 or whatever, like, congratulations, because I envy that you didn't get to experience this, or that I didn't get to experience it for the first time, whatever.
Right.
Because I was shocked. Dee was kind of in and out and watching the movie. She was doing some stuff, so she wasn't paying full attention. My mom was there. She had seen the movie, or she thinks she saw it, but she didn't remember like a lot of it, so she was completely shocked. It was such a good twist. A little bit goofy, I would say, but then when you find out, should I just say the twist?
I mean,
it literally came out 30 years ago.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen, have you seen the movie?
Like when I was younger, I've seen
The Usual
Suspects.
Suspects.
I know what happens.
I told him I never saw
Like
it, but I know the twist.
that scene that you're talking about is one of the most iconic scenes in hip hop. So it's been parodied.
In hip hop?
Yeah, it's been parodied by
You talking about where he's walking?
Yeah, it's been not parodied, but it's been like used in a lot of hip hop videos and in a lot of
See, that would have,
references.
and I may have seen that, and it all would have gone over my head because I had no idea.
Yeah, Jay-Z did it in one of his
So it didn't
videos.
spoil it at all. So yeah, when you find out that the guy was making up the entire movie, everything you saw was all made up, then it like forgave some of the goofy kind of things. Because during the movie, I'm like, this is kind of weird. Like, this wouldn't really happen, blah, blah. And then you find out at the end that he was making the whole story up, and I'm like, okay, I get it now.
That's why.
So like, even though this certain plot line feels like it had holes or it was kind of dumb. Well, it was because this guy was literally making it up on the spot. And the whole concept of a unreliable narrator I thought was very clever. And I'm sure it's been done possibly before that movie. And I'm sure it's been done since, but I don't think I've ever seen a movie with an unreliable narrator like to that level. That was like very like thought provoking. Afterwards, I was like, fuck. Like I didn't even think, because the guy who created the movie literally said that. He was like, we automatically default to believing the narrator, like whoever's telling the story in a movie, whoever's the main character, we automatically assume they are the ones to believe, and everyone else, you know, and this is what happened. So the fact that they revealed at the end that he made all that shit up, and it tricked us because the audience is automatically going to believe him, was like, I was like, oh fuck, that's good. Like that's good.
I love a good unreliable narrator trope.
Before you guys move on to,
and that's all I got for all my stuff,
because I know you're gonna go to the Emmys next. Before you do, I was looking this up and reading about this while you guys were talking about weapons and whatnot. Are you guys familiar with the investigation going on right now with this David artist?
I know. What's the word? I'm like, do I want to say cliff notes? I know little chunks of it. I know the darkest part of it, because I didn't know who David. I don't know who that was.
I don't know who David is. I don't know what
He is an alternative artist. He's most known for his romance-oriented songs "Here with Me" that you'll hear like online. You'll hear the snippets of "Here with Me" on like
your TikToks
on
and
your
Instagram
TikToks
reels and shit
Hold on,
like
let me
that.
see if I could find it. "Here with Me."
Dark story.
Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. That
Okay.
sounds familiar.
So
Very the neighborhood.
So there's a girl that's missing in Los Angeles. Her name is Celeste Rivas. His real name is David Anthony Burke. She is right now, as of right now, she's deceased, of course, but she was 15, I believe, and he is right now 22. So they're known to be close. There's now she was found in a Tesla that was registered in his name in a tow yard in Los Angeles. Mind you, he also has younger brother, but there have been multiple occasions where she's been in streams with him. They have the same tattoo. There's how do you say it? SHHHH tattoo on her finger.
Oh,
Yeah. But like Rihanna has it too. So like he has it, she has it, but other people have it, but they have it. And they share the same tattoo, which is weird because she's like 15. So like, how old do you have to be to get tattoos? But whatever.
that is
She
also
is
true.
15,
Yeah.
and he is 22.
Yeah.
On September 16th, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office identified that it was her, and she was found on the 8th. It took literally 8 days to identify her. The body was found in the front trunk of the Tesla, and it had been abandoned in Hollywood Hills, and it was impounded.
She was in the frunk.
Yeah,
That is so small.
yeah,
That's only the size of a carry-on luggage.
right. And she'd been decomposing for some time. They still don't know how long she had been there.
I don't know how tall she is, but if you think about what you have to do to fit a body in a carry-on luggage, that's gross.
Because did they say she was schmishmendered?
Yeah,
Yeah, to fit in there.
It said that she was severely decomposed.
Oh, God.
So they issued a search warrant to his Hollywood Hills home. They took his computers. They took a couple things. His label stopped his tour. He's touring right now. He's cooperating with investigation. He has not been publicly named a suspect. And one of his scheduled shows in Seattle was canceled for yesterday. We don't know the cause of death. We don't know how the body got in the trunk. We don't know their relationship fully, but her mother did say that she had a boyfriend named David. Also, there's so much stuff on social media. On social media, they're solving it quicker than law enforcement.
That's what's funny. To me.
Well, I mean,
Motherfuckers
it's just
online
that
are-
law enforcement won't
Don't fuck with
release
cats.
law enforcement won't release details
Yeah.
unless they're sure.
Yeah.
And they don't want to tip off anybody, so they keep it under wraps. So they
That's
probably
true.
know.
Yeah.
But
They just want to.
there's videos of her
sure.
being behind like backstage with him, with them being on a stream. And at the end of the stream, he said, "Hey, everybody, delete the stream when it's all done. Delete, whatever you see here. Delete the whatever. I don't know how do you say it, but he clearly knew that he had no business around this. I mean, it was 2 years ago when everything was kind of public. I think. Let me see.
It's just wild to me, bro.
Like
So the parents of this 15-year-old knew that she had a boyfriend named David, but didn't. That was it.
She reported missing on April 5th
They didn't put it together. That was,
of last year.
Don't you want to know who your daughter's dating? If it's a fucking adult,
She was reported missing April 5th, 2024. Bro, she's been missing a year and 5 months.
bro.
oh, so is this? So what's the update now? What's going on now?
We don't know if he did it or not. We don't.
But
know
it's been a year.
A year she's been missing, but they just found her. What they just found her
8 days ago.
Yeah, 8 days ago. is
Oh,
when they
she
just found
was
her.
in. Oh, okay. So she may not have been in that trunk for a year, or in the frunk. She may have just been thrown in there recently.
Or could have been
In there for a year?
Bro.
Oh, you said it was a junkyard though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess
They like he was saying, people online, like you see people like posting like screenshots from like a Discord they were in that he was in. You see people on posting old Reddit stuff from a couple months ago, like, hey, I don't know about this David guy. He used to hang out with one of my friends, and they say, I don't want to say her name, but they like put like initials, and it's like her initials. He's like, and we haven't seen her in X amount of
He's
time.
also
and all this
mentioned her in
stuff.
songs.
See, bro.
Jesus.
And again, I didn't know. Did you know who he was prior to this? Because I didn't know who he was prior to this. I just saw
knew
the
that
name.
song.
I saw the name D. What's it spelled? D4VID or whatever. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck is this? And so I clicked it. I was like, oh.
I'm using I'm using Chat GPT, but these are unreleased song by him.
D4L.
No. There's snippets of that have circulated in news articles attributed to a leaked or unreleased song by him, where he says, "Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest, smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice every time I take a breath. I'm obsessed. Afraid you only love me when undressed, but you look so damn gorgeous in the dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed, but I digress because da-da-da."
And then he said, "Is that my Bessie and a Tessie?"
No, but oh my god. You win, sir. You win.
I have no words. I feel bad for laughing the way I just laughed, but that was a good one.
Thank you.
Oh my god, bro!
Clip that.
Also,
Singing like that about a 15-year-old.
well,
Wait, was she
that's one
14 at the
thing.
time,
Well,
then?
she had to have been like 13.
Yeah.
Also, all of his songs are about like death and like romantic death, and he like at his shows. His shows are funerals, basically, where he has like a casket and different things like that. So it's very demonic, very dark. Like, I don't know.
I think he did it.
This is. I'm about to say my problematic thing of the day. This is why we shouldn't be allowed in alternative music. Like, who else make alternative music?
Niggas always taking shit too far.
Tizo touchdown or whatever.
Tizo Touchdown?
His music is.
I hate him.
He's borderline. He's borderline.
I love him. I love him or hate him. He's either really good on a track or he's
and
terrible.
there it is.
Because he
And
was
there it
really
is.
good on that. He was really good on a track with like Kanye or something like that,
Bro.
but terrible on a track with Lotto, where it made no sense.
Bro, he was. I liked him on Darling Eye with the Tyler the Creator song, like in the background a little bit, and I liked him. He was like, when he's just humming in the background. I'm like, there
he
you
also
go.
has a song with
He has a song with Doja Cat.
yeah. Oh man, what's that name of that
He be,
song?
and then I saw a picture of him, face, it's got tattoos all over it. I thought he played for
When I first saw him, he had nails in his hair.
Who is this that we're talking about?
Oh, now I gotta show you a picture of this guy. Tizo touchdown.
Yeah.
T-Zell touchdown.
Tizo touchdown.
T-E-Z-Z-O touchdown.
Darling, let me stop. I'm about to start.
Never heard of that
Singing.
person.
You ready to be scared? I'm not scared of lions and tigers.
What the fuck is that?
I showed him the picture with the dad.
What is this? Is this AI?
No. What is the name of my favorite singer in the
What
whole
the
entire
fuck?
world?
And
He can't.
but the thing is, he has this. He's
Oh,
he
Destin
He
Conrad.
can't go into an
He
MRI.
has a song with Destin
Yes, he
Conrad.
has a song with yeah, it's called The Last Time, and it's really good. Let me see if I can.
But again, and you're looking at him and you're like, what the fuck? Certain songs he's so good on.
This is that person?
No, that's Destin.
That's
That's
Destin,
Destin, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's Destin.
But their voices are
Or like
similar.
blending together. Yeah.
it blends well.
Oh boy.
Damn,
Bro.
damn,
Terrifying.
feels like the last time. Yes,
Everybody's so unique.
Bro,
You know that lady?
they should have never gave niggas money.
there was only
I know that lady, the black lady.
Yeah.
I wonder where she is now.
Assume still making those videos.
I hope not. She was way too good to be. I hope she's doing better.
Doing better.
More.
I thought they were funny.
Yeah, no, they still were hilarious. I really hope like she got gigs or something. You know,
Yeah.
like made something of it because she was amazing.
The only thing I didn't like is when she would do those videos, but then it actually turned out to be something good.
Rarely.
I know. And then I was like, oh, well, that's kind of not
It
the
kind
point.
of
Like, well, that's not
got to
fun.
the point
Yeah.
where she was like watching it, but she was faking getting clearly irritated, and it was just kind of like hard to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, true.
But I just wish that whatever, people evolve, whatever.
We move on to Emmys, or did you have
oh.
something else you want to say?
just really quick before I say about the Emmys. I saw a movie recently, The Long Walk. It's a Stephen King movie. I went because obviously it's based off a book because it's Stephen King. I didn't know anything about it. I saw glimpses of a trailer, but I was like, oh, I'll take my mom to go see it or whatever because we were gonna go to the movies. General premise, dystopian movie.
Ooh.
Looks like it's set in like the 80s or 70s or something like that, and it's literally about a group of boys, 50 boys, who are just walking. Like it's legitimately just walking. At the end of the walk, it's like whoever lasts the longest. And at the end of the walk, you get a one wish, and you get like, I don't know, an X amount of money, like untold riches sort of deal, right? Whoever's the last one standing. And the
They
thing
must
is, you have
continuously
to
walk or be shot by a member of their military escort.
Well, spoiler alert.
That's what the synopsis is.
No, I mean, as in I was getting to that
oh,
point.
I was trying to help you out.
But they have to maintain a speed of 3 miles per hour. If they go underneath the speed, they get 2 or 3 warnings, and then if they go underneath that, they get shot. It's more of a depressing movie than anything. It was I enjoyed it, but it's very sad. Very sad movie. Great character work. Obviously, because a movie like that, it's all based off the acting. Mark Hamill is in it, Mr. Luke Skywalker, as I guess you could call him the villainous character, the general. Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, Cooper Hoffman, nepotism. Shout out to nepotism. He plays the lead boy in the movie, and I think he does great. You know, I nepotism. I always make jokes about it, but I do enjoy when someone's actually talented. That's benefiting from nepotism, because it's one thing if you're a nepo baby and you're terrible at your job, but versus if you're one who's actually talented. So I think he does well.
Charlie Plummer is in it, who's the son of Christopher Plummer.
Just nepotism
kidding.
all around.
If
All I'm about to say is they're just nepotism all
If you're a
around,
nepo
I'm
baby,
kidding.
your name starts with if your name is Charlie and you're a nepo baby, you're gonna be great.
bro.
You're
Like,
gonna be great.
and then
Talking
yeah,
about Charlie Sheen.
I thought it was a great movie. Is it going to be in my top 10 of the year? Probably not. You know, I have a very
This is in theaters. You
list.
saw it?
It is in theaters.
Okay.
Yeah. We saw it in just not even IMAX, just regular theater. But yeah, that's just the movie I watched because that was on Sunday, and also on Sunday was the Emmys.
Yes.
Which here's the thing. I usually enjoy award shows more when I, for the most part, don't know what's gonna happen. I will say, because Joe and I, we were kind of like playing like this like game of
we
like,
did our predictions.
exactly. And I will say I got a lot, not a lot wrong. I got a fair amount.
You beat
wrong.
me by one, right?
By one. Yeah, I beat you by one. I got a fair amount wrong, but it was still more or less the same. So pretty much the studio Apple TV show, Seth Rogen, swept for the most part in their comedy categories, which Joe disagrees with because he doesn't like the show.
The show is fine. The show is decent.
They swept for the most part, and then Adolescents pretty much swept their entire category except for one. The only thing they didn't sweep, don't piss me off, because there's one that I did not want him to win, but that's because of my own bias.
Was it the one that I thought, and I don't remember. See, I wasn't watching it either because we were driving home on vacation, so I rely on you to remind me of who won.
What's happening.
The only one I didn't vote on them to win was, I think, screenplay or writing, because I didn't think that the story of Adolescence was great. I thought the production value, the editing, not I guess no editing, but you know what I'm saying? Like the direction, especially the directing,
right?
Unbelievable. But I didn't think the story was great, so that's the only award I didn't vote on it to win, was like writing.
And they did win that one as well, yeah.
See that? I don't agree with that.
They didn't win Best Lead Actress, but that's because they didn't have a lead actress. Right. That one went to Kristen Milioti for The Penguin, which that's where it leads me to. I think I picked her for absolutely no reason because I couldn't figure out who else to vote for. I'm like, whatever. I've never seen The Penguin. I was so certain Colin Farrell was going to win because Colin Farrell has beat Stephen Graham at every other award ceremony for The Penguin. He has beat him at every single one. I was like, oh, boom, he's got this. Like it.
Wait, is Stephen Graham in The Penguin?
No, Stephen Graham is in Adolescence. He was the dad.
Oh, you meant he beat him in every other category this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like over the last few years. I'm like, what other show?
No, because the Penguin was a one and done. It was like a limited series deal.
Oh.
So he'd won at previous places. So I was like, oh yeah, he's got this. And then Kristen Milioti, she's also won. So I was like, they gave it to her. They're gonna give it to him. When he won. Not that I thought he did a bad job of acting. Obviously, I didn't. I thought he did a great job. I am just, and I'm saying this not from a place of
I did pick him to win.
Of bias. Colin Farrell doesn't win anything, bro. When it comes down to it, like bro doesn't win at the Oscars, and he's a fantastic actor. The Emmys is like the Oscars of TV. He didn't win the Emmy. I'm like, bro, they won't give my guy anything.
Do you think you're biased?
I'm a little bit yes. And then Stephen Graham going on stage again. I was happy for him, but where I stopped and where I paused a little bit, he was like, mixed race guys like me, you don't win awards this often. And I stopped and I said, Stephen. I'm like, Playboy, there is like a tiny drop of tar in that bucket. Like, even when I look at old photos of him, I'm like, I still don't see that you're black. So I had to look up. I had
no idea he was mixed. He does not look mixed whatsoever.
Bro, I looked up his family history, and apparently his grandfather on his mother's side was mixed. I said, oh, the Haley Steinfeld of it all. I said, that's what it is. I said,
so that makes him like an eighth?
Boop, boop. He's an Remember I taught you that? Did I teach that word? Octoroon? Did I teach you that?
You did.
That's what he's in Octoroon. One, like a little 1/8 of black in him. And I said, bro, you're not, I don't even count that as mixed. Okay. You need at least three or four in there. But I said, whatever, bro. I'm happy for you. Like I said, Adolescents, they swept. But the two that I wanted to bring up who got completely shut out, and it makes me wonder if that means it's like over for them awards wise or, audience wise. The Bear and White Lotus, who used to be like awards, like darlings, like people would like give them, just awards. Even when people didn't agree that they should win, they would just win, right? I feel like, because the Bears award season was for season 3, even though season 4 just came out, season 3 was for this recent award season. And I feel like that was when people are like, what the fuck is happening like to this show? So I feel like that's why they didn't win. And then White Lotus, most recent season, I don't think a lot of people enjoyed it as much as they did the previous ones. So I'm wondering if going forward, because obviously the next award season for the Bear is going to be season 4. I don't know if people change their mind about the Bear. I mean, I still watch it just because I love the characters. I'm not going to like just stop watching now. And then for White Lotus, the next season is going to be in France, I guess. I don't know if people
Have
are
you
still
seen season 4?
Season 4 of the Bear? Yeah, I did. I liked it better than season 3.
Yeah.
I think it was a little bit more focused.
Season 3 gave me so much anxiety, I had to put it down.
And that's the thing. Like when I rewatched season 1 of The Bear, even though when they were in the kitchen, it made me anxious. it's weird. Season 3 made me anxious in the way where it's like I'm anxious, but I'm not having fun. Like it's like I'm not enjoying it, and then also them still competing as a
season
comedy.
4 has a lot more pressure
Yeah,
than season 3.
and that's why I'm like it's wild because
Yeah.
it's like you've got the stuff happening with like whether or not the whole like countdown aspect of the restaurant, and then you've got is Sydney gonna stay? And, like there's a lot going on. Like you said, there's a lot more pressure, but yet for some reason I'm enjoying the pressure more than I did in season 3. And then I think also the Bear kind of ran into this issue where since they knew they were popular, they were like, oh, we can get whoever we want on this show now. And so now you've got all these random people playing, oh, this is my third, fourth cousin, twice removed sort of deal. Like, for example, like, again, I enjoyed season 4, but Brie Larson showing up out of nowhere and being another one of their cousins, I'm like, okay, I get the point. You guys got money. Like, you guys got money. You can get like Captain Marvel or like you can get an Oscar winner in your show now. That's fine. But I do fear that season, even though they haven't announced if it's going to be, I would not be surprised if in the coming months, when they do get ready to film season 5, they go, hey, this is going to be the last season. Just because I feel like it's at that point where now it might run the risk of people completely turning on the show and being like, well, now I completely hate it. I'm going to like it, but I feel like that's going to be an issue. But yeah, overall, the Emmys were good, I suppose. The host was terrible. Because you said you didn't get to watch it at all, right?
What?
The Emmys?
I saw a little bit of it, just like maybe 20, 30 minutes.
There was this weird bit that the host, which I've seen stand up from this guy before. I can't think of his name.
Nate Bargatze.
Yes. I've seen some of his stand up before. His stand up is pretty funny, but his joke he held throughout the entire show was that he was donating $100,000 to the Boys and Girls Club of America, whatever. And whenever somebody goes over their speech, it's going to start deducting from the money. And for the first 2 speeches, it's like, okay, this is funny, this is hilarious, because it's like, oh, you're talking too long, you're taking money away from these kids. But he held that bit throughout the entire show. And then it's like, okay, now it's kind of getting annoying because, say, for people who haven't won before, this is like a big moment for them. Yeah, it's bad to go over, but now it's like, now you're making them feel bad because they're taking money from these kids. But then at the very end of the show, he goes, oh, we're a negative $65,000, but I'm going to give $200,000 anyway, and the network's going to match this. I'm like, so if you were going to give this money to them anyway, what was the point of this bit through the whole show? Like, he didn't do anything else. He would come out, oh, this is where the money's at. All right, next person comes out. Like, there was no other comedic bit throughout the whole show.
Yeah, I think it was all just obviously made up for the thing. Like, no matter how much money was taken away, nothing was going to be taken away.
Exactly.
It was just a lighthearted like thing in between.
But yeah, so that was it for the Emmys. And I mean,
I did look up Stephen Graham's heritage.
You looked up his heritage?
He is actually a quarter Jamaican. His dad is 50% Jamaican. This picture, though, is...
Well, what's his father? This is an important thing. Was his father a black Jamaican?
His father is dark.
There's a picture of his father? Oh, thank God, show it to me. Because I couldn't find a picture of his parents.
This picture is... No, this picture is of his dad, I believe.
Okay.
But I'm so confused by this picture because who I think is supposed to be his mom looks exactly like him. So I'm confused by this photo.
It's a picture. It turns out it's a picture of him and his dad.
Supposedly, I think they're trying to say this is him.
Yeah, that's
based
gotta
on
be
the
him.
age of the photo.
Yeah.
And that's his grandfather.
Okay.
And that's his
That's got to be his mom.
Who has his face.
Copy paste. So then, you know what? Now I can give him a break because now I know
Is
he's
that
not lying
even
about his
a-
heritage.
Doesn't-
Stop it. I can see the I
That
can see
looks
I
like
can see
him.
Copy paste, bro.
But I'm just saying it looks like a
Yeah.
dude.
Stop
it also
it.
looks like a dude.
Stop it. Okay. She has a very strong face.
Now, that could be his dad and his grandfather, I guess.
No, that's 100% his mom. It's 100% his mom.
Okay. But so his dad was half Jamaican,
half
so he's a
Jamaican,
quarter
yeah.
Jamaican. He still doesn't look it. It's still weird to
He
call
doesn't.
himself.
Not even his hair, because I was trying to look at like the texture of his hair. I'm like, bro, even like because in old pictures where his hair's grown out, I was like, bro,
He can call himself mixed because he is. But
Yeah.
but to say that like how he
him saying like this doesn't happen to like guys. Like, that was
he
that
doesn't
was-
because he doesn't look like it's mixed.
Yeah.
Okay, like for instance, D
Mhm.
is 0%. Well, she's not 0%, but she's like almost no white, but
Mhm.
she is almost 100% Hispanic, but she
Right.
doesn't look like it.
Mhm.
Most people assume she's white, so she
very
gets
passing.
so she gets the benefit of people assuming that she's white. So he gets the benefit of people assuming that he's not mixed.
That is-
So I don't
what
see
you're
how he
saying.
could say like it's for a mixed kid like me to come up, and it's like people probably never knew that you were
Bro.
mixed. So you were never probably discriminated against for being mixed if they never knew it.
Vin Diesel looks more mixed than him. You see Vin Diesel when he had hair. Vin Diesel had nappy. Vin Diesel had nappy hair when he had hair. Oh my gosh, bro. And then the last thing I wanted to say, just a really quick three movies that I would suggest looking forward to if you want to know what to expect this Oscar season. One Battle After Another, which comes out next week. That's the Leonardo DiCaprio movie. Tiana Taylor and Paul Thomas Anderson. Yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson. It's getting fantastic reviews out the board.
Theaters.
Yes, in theaters.
Okay.
Comes out next week in theaters.
Mm.
Second movie, stick with me. It's called The Smashing Machine. It's directed by Benny Safdie. He did Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler, and it stars The Rock. As wild as it is,
It's an A24 movie.
It's an A24
Looks
movie.
really good.
He is getting, and the trailer looks very good. The Rock is getting early.
He got a
Oh,
15-minute
You
standing
texted me
ovation.
about that.
Bro, he's getting early
Oh,
Oscar
yeah.
buzz. I said, I'm putting my guns into the ring. Guns into the ring doesn't make any sense. What? I'm
Throwing your hat into the
throwing my
ring.
hat into the ring. There we go. I'm 1,000% sure he's going to be nominated. Like,
For the Oscars, like that are coming up in February or whatever.
I'm 1,000% sure The Rock's going to be nominated because one, the buzz he's getting this early on is really good, and two, because the Oscars love a good story, and The Rock as a wrestler coming from a wrestling family and all that, he's well loved in Hollywood. Like, he's very, like, people don't know where he stands politically, so he works for everybody sort of deal. So I feel like as far as the story and for the performance he apparently gives on, I feel like he's going to be nominated. Is he going to win? I wouldn't be surprised. It would be wild to say, wow, The Rock, the
Yeah, I know.
actor
When
who
you
was
texted
in
me that, I was like,
the-
delete this.
from the
This is
movie
dumb.
The Mummy Returns, The Rock,
Yeah, right.
like,
From the Tooth Fairy.
bro, which random funny trivia, if he wins an Oscar, that means three people from The Mummy will have won an Oscar. Brendan Fraser, The Rock, and Rachel Weisz will have all been Oscar winners from that movie, which is insane. And then the third movie, I would say keep an eye out for, but it's whatever, is Wicked. People,
Oh, that's right.
the part 2 of Wicked comes out, and they wrote two.
Is that like a November release, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay.
They wrote, the guy who wrote the music for the original play, he wrote 2 new songs, one specifically for Ariana Grande, one specifically for Cynthia Erivo. And this movie allegedly is supposed to be like the second half of the play is where the acting like really hits. And since Cynthia Erivo was already nominated for part 1 and Ariana Grande was already nominated for part 1, it's very likely that one of them could end up actually winning for part 2. So just those 3 movies, just keep on your radar as the movies start to come out. I mean, obviously the general public haven't seen them yet. It's all just critics, and critics, they just glaze over everything. So we'll see once we'll see if The Rock's going to be nominated for any Oscar when I see it. I am the final say so for such things like that. But yeah, that's all I got.
Steve, you got anything?
I saw Caught Stealing with Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like the whole time you were waiting for...
It's a crime movie, right?
Yeah, it just kind of like just throws you in, really. And it doesn't give much explanation on why things are so important and why things happen the way they happen. And things are very abrupt. They just happen very abruptly.
Do they tie it all in by the end and explain it all, or do they just kind of leave you...
I mean, you know what
confused?
happens at the end. They don't leave you confused. You're not confused at all. It's just like when you first hop into it, you're like, oh, I didn't know it was going to be this type of movie. Like, I had no idea what to expect because Austin Butler doesn't strike me as like it being a... Like, you didn't know if it was going to be a hero movie, if they're going to be regular people, if he's going to have some type of superpower, or how it was going to, like, what the fuck?
Him and
I
that
guess
damn
you just have to
baseball
watch
bat.
it. Yeah. So It was, and then it kind of like starts telling a little backstory and why things are the way they are, and so it's a decent movie. I mean, I wouldn't watch it again.
Worth watching when it goes to streaming, or still no?
Just wait to streaming.
Okay.
I still hear Elvis when he talks, bro.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you next. Did he
still
shake
hear
Elvis yet or no?
No.
Still hear Elvis.
No.
He's still doing the Elvis thing.
Yeah. Sorry.
I feel like he's possessed by him at this point.
Yeah.
He can't get him
That's
out.
and that leads me into Charlie Sheen because the Charlie Sheen doc is actually really interesting.
On Netflix, right?
Yeah. So what's the group of Leonardo DiCaprio's group?
The Rat Pack.
Yeah. Like who's in that group?
Oh, it was
Leonardo DiCaprio?
I know Emilio Estevez was part of that. No, I'm not thinking. No, not the Rat Pack. No, I'm thinking of the.
You talking about the people from The Outsiders?
Yeah, the Breakfast Club people. Yeah. So basically, Charlie Sheen grew up with his own version of that. So it was like, how Leonardo DiCaprio, Tobey Maguire,
Frat Pack was there.
yeah, the frat pack. They all grew up together.
Posse.
Yeah, were they the same? They were called the frat pack.
They were the Frat Pack and the Pussy Posse.
Yeah.
Was what they called themselves.
So Charlie Sheen had his own version of that.
I don't know what this is.
And it included Nicolas Cage. I did not know Nicolas Cage was a fucking maniac.
What? You didn't know that?
I mean,
I
I
didn't know.
knew I
That
knew he
dude
was
is-
a maniac acting, but
That dude is-
the stuff he's actually done. I didn't know he's a maniac in that way.
He is, just a quick side note, he is like an art collector. Like he almost like is trying to live the movie National Treasure without stealing things. He buys and collects the weirdest like literal like artifacts. He buys he bought this house in New Orleans when we were down in New Orleans. We did a ghost tour. We went to this house that was famous for this woman who murdered, like she bought a bunch of slaves and then she just tortured them all and murdered them. It was called like the murder house or something. He bought that house that was like condemned and whatever, and he bought it just because for fucks. Like he was like, this would be cool if I just owned this historical murder house.
That guy, Sean Penn, is in that group. It was just a couple very recognizable names, like, and Charlie Sheen just like talks about them like they're just like. It was a scene, or it was a part of it, like he was telling part of the story where him and his dad played Michael Jordan together for like a game, and it was when his career wasn't. They played like a game of horse, pretty much.
Oh, played against Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
And he meant like portrayed him in a movie.
No.
They played Michael Jordan. I was like,
no.
what?
It was in the 80s, and it was when his career was just getting started, or like late 80s, early 90s, when his career was first getting started, and he just talked about it so casually, like the things he did. They were just so casual. It was like,
Nepo baby.
He was like, and I got this opportunity, and Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there with Michael Jordan. And he's like, the way he is on camera, he's just like Charlie Sheen. He's like just chilling, and it made me real. I didn't know Charlie Sheen was as big as he was, because Charlie Sheen for a time he was bigger than Michael Jordan. Like he was that fucking big.
to be fair, because I didn't know until like the whole when he initially the news with all the drug stuff he was going to. I didn't realize until then that how big he was. Because at first I was just like, it's the guy from 2.5 Men.
No, they were throwing press releases.
They
were throwing press releases when he overdosed in the early 90s. This guy has gotten more chances than I've ever seen. He's failed up every time. Every time that he had hit rock bottom, he gets this crazy opportunity, and he doesn't. It's not even like he knew what to like. When he first went to his first audition, he didn't know what to do. And he asked his dad, who is a famous actor. His dad was like, "Oh, just don't do anything." And he was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Whatever you just did, just don't do anything else but that." And he was like, "What does that mean?" He was like, "Just do it." And he gets the part. Like, he fucked up and got the part. He got the part for Karate Kid, but he had another obligation, and his dad was like, "No, don't take Karate Kid. Take this other obligation."
His dad, Martin Sheen.
Yeah. And at the time, he was upset because all of a sudden Karate Kid becomes everything. And he's like still in the same spot. And he's like, "You fucked me."
Mm-hmm.
But over time, he realized that kid was cursed by Karate Kid. And he got bigger roles and different things like that. And
Somebody said, "Look at Ralph Macchio now."
and the role that he had in what's the movie with the guy who had the stereo outside?
John Cusack.
Oh,
Stand.
oh God, I can't remember the name of that movie.
Not
Not
Stand
Stand
by
by
Me.
Me.
What do I want to
Bueller's
say?
Day
Sleepless in
Off.
Seattle.
It was John
Ferris
Cusack though, right?
Yeah, that
Wait,
movie.
It
Ferris
wasn't
Bueller's Day
fair.
Off.
It wasn't Ferris Bueller's Day
Ferris
Off.
Bueller's Day Off is a different movie, but he was
Was
in
it
Ferris
16
Bueller's Day
Candles?
Oh no. Well, it was Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Is the movie that I'm talking about.
Because
Oh.
there's like a scene where he's
Yeah.
like in a police station.
Yeah,
Does he have like one or two lines?
Say
or
anything.
something?
he has only one or two lines.
Say Anything was the boombox.
The Boombox movie. Okay.
It was that scene that changed his.
Oh,
entire
you're talking about
trajectory.
Ferris Bueller where he plays like the high school punk kid. It was like the school scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one scene changed everything.
First of
Like
all,
people
it was a
loved him for
police
that one
station.
scene.
Charlie Sheen?
Yeah,
It was a police station, first of all.
Oh, you're right. It was.
and he
police station.
got that scene because the girl in Ferris Bueller's Day Off was just cool with him, and she convinced the director to just throw him in the movie.
Yeah, but wasn't The Outsiders before that movie?
But that wasn't the one that kicked off his career.
But that was a much bigger role, though. He was a main
Yeah,
character.
but what
in The
kicked off his
Outsiders.
career was Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Maybe
He
because
gave off very
the fuck.
It's my Google from the bathroom.
he gave off very
Punk vibes.
yeah, hot boy energy. I'm not gonna as as quick as that scene was, it's very I don't know, he just seems like very cool.
It was
in that
memorable.
scene. Yeah.
He got more work off that one. They didn't even talk about Stand By Me in the movie in the doc.
Rest in peace, River Phoenix.
Yeah, they didn't really even talk about it. But just I'm only halfway through, and
Mhm.
the first episode just carries him through the 80s, 90s, and you think the guy's life's over. And they don't even talk about 2.5 Men. They don't even get close to 2.5 Men.
To Tiger
They don't
Blood.
even get close to they just get to him smoking crack in the 80s and overdosing.
Winning.
They don't even get to that.
God,
Like
I
he's
forgot about
he's
that
been
shit,
fucking
bro.
up for so long, and he's just like kept ascending. People still love him.
And he's still alive somehow. The fact that he's
crazy.
still alive. It's like Keith Richards. Like, that guy wouldn't die either.
Sean Penn, there's a part where Sean Penn goes, he was like, when you do so much cocaine, you have this crazy, just off the rails, imaginative sex drive, but you have so much sexual incompetence you can't do anything about it. And you think to yourself, what if I could just make it work? And what if it worked and I had the competence while having the sex drive? And that's Charlie Sheen.
I thought you were gonna say he took that's where Tiger Blood came
That's
from.
ridiculous.
No, that's
Charlie
Charlie
fucking
Sheen.
Sheen, bro.
And then where I left off is when he was talking about the lady who was pretty much the mistress for the entire 90s. Talking about Charlie Sheen, she called him a pussy bitch.
How many episodes is this?
I think there's only 2.
Okay, and you're in
Yeah,
episode 1.
But yeah. And then dude from 2.5 Men fucking hates him.
John
Oh, yeah,
Cryer.
John- yeah,
He hates him with a passion.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean it's interesting.
He
interesting.
was from one of those movies too. Was that 16 Candles? Is that what John Cryer
Oh,
was
John
from?
Cryer. Oh, I only know him from that
He was
movie.
from a John Hughes
and
movie.
he looks, he looks like some. I'll
He
say
played
afterwards.
Ducky.
He looks like someone we both know, and I'll say who afterwards.
Well, his name is my name too, I guess. Or his name is
Pretty in Pink.
his
That's
name
who
is
it's
his
from.
name too.
No.
They're the same person.
Yes. Actually, yeah.
Same demeanor, same everything.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then fuck, that's 2 people then.
They look exactly the same.
Who are you talking about?
Someone we all 3 know.
That looks like
Because he thought of a second person. I was thinking of somebody else.
It looks like who? I don't
the
know.
guy from 2.5 Men.
John
Cryer?
Yeah.
He looks
that
like
3 of us-
someone that we know who shares the same name. Yeah,
Really?
exactly. Like they're the same guy.
But
Have
there's
you
also
seen
some-
John Cryer recently?
Well, maybe not recently.
Well, not
He doesn't
recently,
have any.
but-
hair.
Oh, okay.
He's bald
'Cause he's
now.
bald now.
Yeah.
He looks like
He played Lex
wild.
He looks
Luthor.
way better bald.
Really?
Wild.
Yeah.
Huh.
He
You guys
looks-
have anything else before we get out of here?
No.
Because I got a Jeter to smoke. I don't know if you guys know about it, but oh boy.
No. Don't know what that is.
I have nothing to add.
Basically, it's like a really strong blunt, and they take it and then they roll it in weed. And it's like just covered in weed on the outside.
Sounds like some shit
It looks
Taco Bell
furry.
would do.
That sounds intoxicating.
Sounds like a
actually.
Taco Bell joint.
It's actually
Quesarito.
really awesome. And also I have a working fridge, so like now my brain is ticking about all the meals that I
You
can
got a
make now.
fridge?
Yeah.
What?
My awesome fucking roommate fucking moved my old fridge out and moved this new fridge in and said, "Hey, buddy, we can eat."
Does that thing make ice cubes?
Yeah, I have ice now.
What?
I haven't had ice this whole entire time, but I've had a sign that says "Don't open the shit."
Right.
Yeah, like the freezer
That's
worked
crazy.
the entire time. So, but anyway, yeah. So we'll go ahead and end on that note. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. This has been a really great episode. I can't wait to spend 7 hours editing and cutting it down.
This was like almost 2 hours, I think. This was a long
Yeah,
one.
I'm gonna. What I'm probably gonna do is just finish. I have one I have to edit tonight, and then let this one proxy overnight, and then wake up at 5 in the morning and edit it.
You do you, boo.
I love it.
Yeah, it's this is how we win, man. This is how we fucking
Winning.
Winning.
I
You stole it from me again.
did.
All right, well, we appreciate you guys rocking with us. Thank you. It was a vibe. It was real. This is the panel. They call me Swill with this guy and you people, and we will see you guys next time.
Way to sneak that in at the end.